Hello and welcome to ALW Exploration. In this video we are at a World War II anti-aircraft site. Located at Castle Hill in West Yorkshire, this heavy anti-aircraft battery was one of the locations chosen to be manned by both men of the Royal Artillery and later women from the ATS. Organised and led by General Sir Frederick Alfred Pyle, who was a senior British Army officer who served in both World Wars. In 1939, at the start of the Second World War, he was made General Officer Commanding-in-Chief of Anti-Aircraft Command, a position he held throughout the war. This was an important role as the heavy anti-aircraft batteries were often one of the elements that protected Britain from aerial attack. He was, interestingly and worthy of note, the only British general to retain the same command throughout the entire war. After the British withdrawal and retreat from Dunkirk on the 27th of May to the 4th of June 1940, he issued a general order telling his men that they were the only British troops still firing at the enemy. By April 1941, after 2 years of war, Anti-Aircraft Command, tasked with defending the UK against air attack, was suffering a manpower shortage. General Pyle proposed to overcome this by utilising the women of the Auxiliary Territorial Service, ATS. The ATS had been formed in 1938 at the dawn of the war. In these early years, it was a volunteer-only service, becoming compulsory conscription in December 1941. The women were given a choice of working in industry or joining one of the auxiliary services. The Auxiliary Territorial Service, ATS, the Women's Auxiliary Air Force, or the Women's Royal Naval Service. The purpose of this video is to concentrate on the women's role in the ATS. Initially, the only jobs available were cooks, clerks, orderlies, store women or drivers. But eventually there were over 100 different roles in the ATS, including serving in anti-aircraft batteries. This expansion allowed more men to be released for the frontline service. More than 250,000 women served in the ATS during the Second World War, making it the largest of the women's services. The ATS was by law a non-combatant service, but it was decided that defence regulations permitted the employment of women in anti-aircraft roles other than actually firing the guns. The ATS women worked the early radar and plotting instruments, rangefinders and predictors. They also successfully ran command posts, controlled communications and carried out many other duties. With the increasing automation of heavy anti-aircraft guns, including gun laying, fuse setting and ammunition loading under remote control from the predictor, the question of who actually fired the gun became blurred as the war progressed. The ATS rank and file took the new role with enthusiasm, and mixed batteries and regiments within the ATS, supplying 2/3 of their personnel, quickly proved a large success. The heavy anti-aircraft network, with the help of the ATS women, was so successful that General Pyle's plan for engagement of long-range rockets with anti-aircraft gunfire, which is gunfire into a radar-predicted airspace to intercept the fearful V-2 rocket, was ready on the 21st of March 1945, but the plan was not used due to the danger of shells falling on Greater London. General Pyle was to tell the story after the war in his official dispatch and his book, ACAC, Britain's Defence Against Air Attack During the Second World War, a very interesting and accurate account of a senior officer's view of the Second World War. Castle Hill is a scheduled ancient monument overlooking Huddersfield. It is situated near the site of a deserted medieval village. What can be seen here is the Grade 2 listed Victoria Tower on the summit of Castle Hill. The hill has been a place of recreation for hundreds of years, and the easily discernible remains of a past occupation have made it subject for legend, speculation and scientific study. The reason Victoria Tower is part of this video is that during the heavy anti-aircraft operation, Victoria Tower was fitted with radio transmitting and receiving equipment due to its elevation, giving it an advantage in range and reception. Also, near the tower, a director and rangefinder was located, operated by ATS women, feeding the nearby Castle Hill heavy anti-aircraft battery vital information. This is the command post of the battery, where the information from the radio and rangefinder at Castle Hill, along with radar and searchlight information, was collated and firing coordinates issued to the gunners, who would then be given the order to engage the targets. Women from the ATS would have worked in this area, providing a vital role in the chain of command and operation. Now, most of it's been demolished, as you can see. What I noticed over here, it's like a HQ building where it was run from. So this has had a big gun on it in this area, and down here we've got the blast wall arrangement, and then the guns have been in there, but it looks quite flooded. We'll jump down and have a look. It looks very wet. Yeah, I'm sinking. See if we can get across. Yeah, there we go. No. Nah, it's all underwater. That's the magazine area. I'll have a quick look around here. Just around the back of the blast wall. What I might do is send the drone up to get some better footage, because it's very wet here. It's rained recently and everything's flooded. And I'm not where my well is. So we'll get back out here. Now back in the dry now. That's all flooded as well. So we'll go back this way. See what we can see. The guns fitted at this heavy anti-aircraft battery were very likely to be the Vickers quick-firing 3.7-inch semi-automated rifle-barrelled artillery weapons. That there is called Castle Hill. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm Andy from ALW Exploration. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel for new videos every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 PM. For exclusive content not on YouTube, check out my Patreon page. Link in the description box. I've also got a website, alwexploration.co.uk. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.
Looking over my shoulder, looking back at your door.